what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Let's Play Hiveswap Friendsim for the third time. My third playthrough of Hiveswap Friendsim, where instead of playing by myself or sending photos to a friend, I'm making a commentary YouTube series out of it, because who's not these days? Same general warning for Homestuck spoilers, main comic, not post-canon, I don't fucking know what the epilogues are, fanfics, whatever. Normally I would give a disclaimer about consistent character voices, but today I have a cool friend here with me as well.
Hi, I'm a cool friend.
Surprised it's the friend who I would bother with the photos.
I enjoy the photos. I'm October. I am not a voice actor, but I'm gonna try, and I like Bronya, so this will go well.
Yeah, lesbians who are definitely not committing crimes.
Definitely. Very on the up and up.
We've checked all the rule books. Definitely no crimes.
It's not illegal to not kill a grub.
Technically. So, putting one foot in front of the other, you continue on through this strange alien world. Just when you think stuff is beginning to make sense, it all slips through your fingers and becomes even stranger and more alien. There does, however, seem to be one thing that remains constant through all planets and walks of life. That thing is friendship. You are on the prowl for more. It would have perhaps been wise to stay with one of your wonderful new friends until you are fully healed, but as Martha Stewart once said, visitors, like fish, begin to smell after 3 days. You're almost positive Martha Stewart said that. Definitely, 100%.
I love the writing.
I love
the writing.
I love these little intros, even if you have to read them 17 times.
Yeah.
So, nevertheless, you soldier on in your endless quest for companionship, even though it's not that endless, because it did in fact end. Where will your travels take you next? To caves.
Lesbians.
I love the little mouse.
Right to the lesbians.
The lesbians. The ideal place to be in Homestuck, with the lesbians.
Exactly.
Exactly. Also love that the Jade Bloods, it's probably for the grub's sake, but I do think it's really funny that the Jade Bloods are the only ones that can stand the sun, and they also all live in the caves. Like, cave time.
Alternia's fucked up like that.
It is. That should be a pamphlet. It just says Alternia's fucked up.
Come to Alternia, we have racism, we have bad sun, we have murder. It's really fucked up. TM.
You can do whatever you want with gender, but step outside of the HEMA spectrum and fuck you. There we go. That's my review of Alternia. 1 star for the 100 genders.
That's 1 star on Yelp.
1 star. You've been traveling through a cave network for a while now. How'd you find it? Who knows? Fuck. The rigid stone is a welcome respite from the eerily organic infrastructure you've been encountering, but is also providing an unwelcome respite from friend-making. Maybe it was too much to hope for that this cavern would be home to another potential new buddy. Maybe leaving the big city behind was a horrible mistake. Just maybe these dark, cold tunnels are completely devoid of— Oh, hang on, there's a bunch of buildings in the distance! Here she is!
Lesbian.
Lesbians.
Okay, let's break out a voice. Oh, hello. I thought you were one of my girls, but you don't look like a Jade Blood. Or anything else, actually. How strange.
The lowered finger. She's just like, oh, what the fuck are
the disappointment.
You convey your usual spiel regarding your circumstances. You are lost and lonely, and your ribs are still broken, you think? You know, just casually your ribs. Fix the blood loss issue.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. It's a good chance. Honestly, the ribs are fine. You could just use another friend or two.
Is it fine? Are they fine?
The MSPA reader has no sense of danger, I think.
Yeah.
They left it on Earth.
1 brain cell dedicated to friendship.
That's all you need. You just need good legs, good ass, and friendship.
Deadliest ass on Alternia.
Deadliest one.
I see. My first responsibility is to my Jades and the Mother Grub, so I can't make any promises of friendship just yet. But you look like you need someone to take care of you.
Mom friend.
Mom friend.
Mom friend.
Here in the Brooding Caverns, we follow a few simple rules. 1. Don't invite drama from the top down below.
Failed step 1.
From up top down below. I failed step 1 at reading.
That's fine. Who knows how to read anymore?
2. Protect the mother grub. 3. We have no hierarchy, but do as I say.
There is one hierarchy. It is Bronya.
Let's do everything we can to keep our current record of dozens of sweeps without any jades being culled.
Whee!
That's interesting. I never thought about that.
That...
Jades are like the safest blood cast.
But you also have the least amount of personal freedoms.
Yeah.
That's the Alternian trade-off. You're like, I have the freedom to do whatever I want. And the drones are like, see, but all of those choices result in murder. The Jade Bloods are like, we can only do one thing. And the drones are like, but you won't get murdered. Just in case the new heiress pops up somewhere. Also, it is my personal headcanon that, baby Claire was in the caverns and Bronya was the only reason they survived. So, think about...
I love that. I think... Bronya's definitely, like... There's definitely a bunch of mutants and lime bloods out there, and it's all because of Bronya.
Very good. Also, fun fact, if you've been following the series and aren't Octo, who knows what I'm talking about, Claire is the D&D character I keep bringing up. They're great. I love them, and they're fucking stupid.
I love Claire. No brain cells, all axes. Love them.
Only axes and gay love. That's all you need.
Lesbians deserve axes.
It's true. Bronya should get an axe.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just one. Oh, yes, the narration. You're not sure what half of those words mean, but you nod your head.
Good! I'll take you to our hive.
Just the one. We just have the one hive.
Just one big hive.
Just one.
Follow me!
It has 3 basements. One of them is a torture dungeon. It's fine. You follow her into her hive, which looks like a school or some sort of dormitory with multiple rooms and multiple floors. The 3 basements, those are the floors.
Yeah. And again, one floor is just straight up like a torture dungeon.
It is.
That might just be normal for Alternia. There might be just like a dedicated dungeon of murder in every hive.
Everyone has 2 basements because one of them is just like a basement and then one of them is the torture dungeon.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
I want to work Alternian real estate.
Isn't it like... Don't they design their hives when they're babies?
Yeah.
They're just pre-made torture dungeons everywhere.
Exactly. Usually, more of my jades are around. I suppose that everyone is out watching the Imperial drones arrive at the filo pails.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
Gross.
It is pretty gross.
Girls! We have a visitor to our caverns!
Link isn't here. Good.
1. Do not be alarmed by their bizarre appearance. They seem to be harmless and quite weak.
Whoops.
I don't get to see anymore. 2. Do not give them any more injuries than they already have. Our visitor deserves a warm jade blood welcome.
She claps her hand. No one else is around, but you stand to attention and give her the thumbs up to show that you read her loud and clear. Yeah.
What is she talking to?
The reader's just like, what the fuck is going on? There's nobody.
I didn't ask for this pep talk, but thank you.
You promised me multiple friends, and all I see is one. You notice that she called you visitor and not friend, but that's okay. You could do whatever it takes until you're upgraded from visitor to friend, or at least charity case. The more accurate description of their existence.
It really is.
Oh, hey, I want to say that fade one more time just because I love the little baby in the pool. The little blue one that's covered up by the tile
so small.
They're so
yes.
little.
I love grubs. They're just little creatures.
They cannot help it. They are just little creatures. So I love all these little sticky notes. It's just I just noticed what the fuck is up with these bottles, and I'm like, huh? Is that a spray bottle?
For spraying bad grubs like a cat, you know?
All trolls are cats.
Exactly. They do purr.
They do, which I think is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
All trolls are cats, but not all trolls are cat girls. That's a separate category of trolls.
Exactly. And they're all olives.
It's the cat girl cast. No one wants to admit
Exactly.
it. But they're just the cat girl cast. You follow her upstairs, and she stops at a big room on the second floor. The totally not full of crime room. When you step into it, you have to clap your hand over your mouth to keep from gagging at the revolting sight. Oh no! There are big, baby-sized, larva-looking things all over the floor, squirming around and crying and inchworming out of kiddie pools of green slime. What the hell?
Be nice to them. They're just babies.
They're literally babies.
This is our nursery. Most of these wigglers are sick or injured, so we look after them in here until they're well enough to go back into the caverns and spin their cocoons.
She looks shifty all of a sudden, giving you some side-eye like she's sizing you up. You try to look very non-threatening and also 100% trustworthy. I think we're coming up on a bad end. I just realized. Oh no.
Did you make I didn't see you make a choice.
I haven't, but I could have sworn there's one in here. Pretty sure you step on a baby.
Yeah. We keep this nursery on the down low. It's not against any laws, but it's something of a break with tradition to save any of the grubs instead of just letting them die.
Breaking tradition is not breaking the law.
To tell you the truth, I'm not sure why we do it. I guess it just feels right to me to take care of them, the same way I take care of my jades.
Dolorosa energy. Which is good, because she kicks ass.
Exactly.
A nursery, huh? You look around again with this new information. I guess you can sort of see how these wigglers look like babies? They literally have little squishy
babies.
cheeks. They have.
I just want to pick one up.
I do. They have little squishy cheeks. You can't believe that one of these things could grow up into anything that looks like Bronya, but this is an alien planet, so who knows? She takes you over to the shelf that seems to hold medical supplies. You're not sure what can be done for your broken ribs, but maybe she has some kind of alien technology that can help? Excuse me. When she starts going through the cabinet, you don't see anything that looks high-tech, like the thing that fixed your arm. Welcome back to poor people territory, MSPA reader.
Yeah.
We're back in poor people town.
I guess that most of what we have is stuff the wigglers, and I'm not familiar enough with your bizarre anatomy to know it will help. But if you're not completely sure how to do something, it's best to try anyway.
I don't want to clap because it'd be so loud.
1. Even if you fail, everyone else can still learn from your mistake. 2. Maybe you won't fail. You never know.
You're not so...
I don't know about that.
Bronya, that's how people die.
If at first you don't succeed, you do die because this is Alternia.
If first you don't succeed, sucks to be you.
If at first you don't succeed, you are going to get culled by the drones. Try harder next time.
They're on their way. It's too late. You're not so sure about applying this ethos to your broken ribs, but she looks so determined. It might be rude to say no.
It's such a, like, a social anxiety mood.
MSP reader is someone just, it's like the one meme that's like, where they have some sort of deity like pouring all the juices together to make a person. It's like they just knocked over social anxiety, bisexuality, and legs, and then they were like, this is probably enough. They don't need anything else. It's fine. But I think we're gonna go for it. My ribs are already broken, so where's the harm?
What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Okay, come here. Lift your shirt so I can get to your injured bellow sack enclosures. Yes, like that. Turn the part that's all bloody and horrifying towards me.
She has something that looks like some kind of ointment? Question mark? Question mark?
Gross. Fear.
My dog just made noises in his sleep and that was adorable.
Oh my god, puppy.
You think he's
Your dog is voicing the grubs.
It's true. It's a shade of bright green, similar to the slime beds you see around the nursery, and it also seems to be glowing. Seems like there's nothing wrong about applying it to your skin. Definitely shouldn't eat it. Wouldn't want to get high with a teenage clown. Actually, I think Karika would be around here somewhere, so you could, in theory, get high with a teenage clown.
No, Kariko's too baby to know what a drugs is.
That's true. He's gonna have a hard time anyways, ascending to heaven.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's fine.
If at first you don't succeed, find another clown.
First you don't succeed, ascend to the Dark Carnival and become a god. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
It worked for Gimsy.
It's true. This may be a clown's only route away from failure. Oh yeah, I think this is a bad ending. But despite your optimism, the second Bronya rubs some of it on your broken skin, you feel a searing hot pain like you just got doused with poison. You flinch back instinctively. Your momentum carries you too far, and as you step back, you trip on something behind your feet. You cartwheel your arms, but it's no use. You're going down. You're yelling timber. You feel something soft and squishy break your fall, and you hear a terrible squelching noise and some kind of animal squeal. That's a baby.
Oh no.
That's a baby.
You just murdered a whole ass baby.
I'm gonna have to put baby murder on the front of this episode. You have fallen right onto one of the wigglers. You roll off of it, but there's no use. It's squished flat, and you're covered in olive fluid that you think might be its blood. You look up to see Bronya's horrified face, that one right there, and know that there's no hope for friendship in those vengeful eyes. Because you committed baby murder. You
can't blame her for literally wanting to kill you after this.
You did commit baby murder in her not technically legal nursery. She was trying really hard to not let that baby die.
You might want to run before I throw you out this window and break the rest of your bones.
Okay, it is in the game. It does say Alterity is deadly as ass.
The glowing eyes and everything is very good. You're going to die in this one.
This is a you die ending. Also, has anyone done a spirit phone edit with Bronya? If they haven't, they should. Just because of the flare. You could have her holding a little grub, like the cat. Ooh, there's Triz. Actually, wait. There's a baby on that can of soda. I don't like the implications of that. Did you die?
Okay.
Okay, you didn't die.
Sorry, for a second my signal did have to die, of course.
Of course, it usually does. But yeah, there's a baby on that can of soda, and that makes me sad. What is Trizzy doing? Oh fuck, I forgot about Link. He's here. Damn it.
Oh man.
I think Zebra is in like a week or two, and I'm like, oh man, do I have to? And the answer is yes, but I'm just gonna roast him the entire time.
Good, he deserves it.
He's a horse indigo. Disgusting. So the real answer is thanks, but no thanks. I'll heal on my own just fine.
I mean...
Sure.
It's a bad choice for, like, having a body, but, like, good choice in the game.
Exactly.
Oh! Well, if you're sure. I'm worried about you, though. You seem like you need help, and I wish I could help you more. If I can't take care of someone, I'm not sure how we can ever truly be friends.
Yes. You try to cheer her up, pointing out that friendship is a two-way street after all. She doesn't have to concern herself with your mutilated frame. How can you help her instead? So you're having a breakdown and you're still like, I can offer you mental health advice. It's fine. We're fine. We're good.
It's a two-way street. It's fine.
It's a two-way street, and by that I mean I have a car and we're going in this direction instead. Even though they don't have a car yet, because they still have to, the MS Reader does commit a lot of crimes. Is that what Sarava was calling them out for in the bad ending? All their future crimes?
Yeah, that's what their psionic powers are, is specifically looking what could be call-outable in the future.
Call out specific... Honestly, that'd be a fun idea for a D&D character, though. I can't remember what the magic is called now. But yeah, like scrying magic, and you're like, I can see the future. I can see multiple possible futures, but only the ones where you do something problematic. Like murder.
This power is used against Vriska specifically and only.
It only works on Vriska.
This is Terezi's new power, actually.
That's what the true mind powers. It's not whatever the comic said. It's seeing specifically what Vriska is going to do next. And it's always bad. The answer is always bad. Yeah,
that said, stan Vriska.
Oh no, absolutely. These are not mutually exclusive statements. Also, Bronya time. Bronya dialogue.
Bronya circuit. Okay. Well, sure. There are things around here that I could use some assistance with. However, don't take this the wrong way, but we've only just met. I don't know that I can trust you to be as responsible as I am.
I'm gonna pull the fucking phone, of course. My dad gets a lot of calls, and I'm like, no one wants to hear from you. Because it's always like either Republicans or the Mormon Church.
Oh god.
Actually, they haven't called us in a while, so...
It's scary that they have called you before.
Well, you know. The church do be like that. Actually,
terrifying.
Yeah. I have a friend who converted to Mormonism, and I think that's...
Get better soon.
Yeah, I thought that too, but you know, I just kind of let her live her life. It happens.
Yeah.
Let's think about, not crimes.
It's not easy to be the one in charge. You have to be 1, conscientious, 2, considerate, and 3, competent. At all times.
No time for emotion, only responsibility. You try to think
I think Brownie just needs some help. I think she needs to take a seat, take a breather.
I just forgot her name. Lynera. She would do it, but she's too busy, like, trying to not have a crush on Bronya. So every time she goes to tell Bronya, hey, maybe you should sit down, she just, like, leaves.
Yeah.
She looks into the room. She attempts to speak. Bronya says hi. Lynera leaves.
Jade Bloods do be high-strung, is the thing.
They do. Jade Bloods don't know what to do with their feelings. It's just you know, it'd be like that. You try to think of times in your life when you've been conscientious, considerate, or competent. You're drawing a bit of a blank, but hey! New planet, new you! You assure that you have what it takes. Really now.
I don't think crashing a spaceship is particularly competent, at least.
Yeah, I wish I knew.
Failed some of these steps.
We failed step 3 despite not having gotten to step 1.
Exactly.
Excuse me, you just skipped it completely. Excuse me again. I choked a ginger ale like right before this. Cause
healing elixir.
It is a healing elixir emotionally.
Emotional support ginger ale.
It honestly, I have a case of it, and I'm the only one who drinks it, so it really is. I also love her little I love her little stance. It's so cute.
I know, she's adorable.
She is. I want to give her a hug, but I also want her to give me a hug. It's just how it is.
Mm-hmm. I guess if you want to prove that you can be responsible, I can let you help me out today.
Just today. It's fun.
Just today. No other day, please. It's a good time for us. It's a good time for a visit to the Mother Grub.
This would be Kanaya's Lucis, huh?
Oh,
Probably.
Yeah. I think Kanaya has like a younger one or something.
Well, no, because her Lucis retired from being the Mother Grub.
Oh.
So,
oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
It probably is literally Kanaya's Lucis. That's cool.
Hi, Kanaya's mom.
It's all connected. It's like this is Homestuck or something.
Homestuck in my Homestuck?
The fuck is that?
Actually, I just realized asking if there's Homestuck in my Homestuck is a valid question.
Yeah, at this point.
Like, people look at a Homestuck too, like, hey, where's the Homestuck? Hussy, you've misplaced the Homestuck.
I miss Homestuck. As I read the Homestuck 2 updates, I think to myself, I miss Homestuck.
And I just refuse to acknowledge them. And I'm like, wow, look at these cool AUs. And then I mail my fists directly to Dirk. Here they come. Shit. I dropped my fucking multi-tool. You're careful to step
Oh no.
around. It's fine. I just have it on my desk, as you do. So we're gonna avoid baby murder this time, because you're careful to step around all the little guys on the floor as you head out of the nursery. Whee!
Babies. No more baby murder.
Yay! Well, actually, there's still one more bad ending.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it does involve baby murder.
That one involves baby mass murder, if I remember correctly.
It does involve mass murder. She takes you back outside, and these caverns are even bigger than you first realized. They're also dark, and cold, and gloomy, and you can't see anywhere that might lead up to the planet's surface. Does she really just live down here all the time? Damn, girl, you really live like this? They wrote that on purpose.
Yeah.
There's a couple lines of dialogue. I mean, obviously you have to write a game on purpose. You don't write a game on accident. But I think, our Dada's route has, one sentence where there's so many eyes, and you're like, there didn't need to be this many.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, you didn't have to do this. Legally, you were not required.
If you have a quirk, you have to go with your aesthetic and use your quirk as often as possible.
It's true.
It's like, in Tizius's route, there's, the word micromanagement or something like that, and it's like, oh god.
Just like...
You didn't have to say that one.
You didn't have to say those words. To make some conversation during this cold hike into Damp Cave, you mentioned that living underground like this seems kind of depressing? You realize too late that this wasn't very tactful, but she doesn't get angry at your conversational gambit of insulting her home.
So good at friendship. Oh no, it's very peaceful down here. Well, in comparison to anywhere else. I quite enjoy it.
There's less murder here.
Yeah. The Brooding Caverns are a place for life and birth, not death. That's pretty uncommon, non-Alternia.
Yep. My throat is all... I'm gonna run out of water.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Dehydration. Dehydration for Let's Play.
Let's Play, but I'm just dehydrated the whole time. Do we get to see more babies in the back? I hope we get to see more babies in the background. You're still not sure what she means by brooding caverns, but you guess it has something to do with the wigglers in her nursery? Does the MSP reader not know what brooding means?
Do you think MSPA reader knows anything?
You're right, they don't. They know jack shit about anything.
They know exactly one thing, and it's make friends. And even then, sometimes a little shaky.
So this is only their 6th friend. They'll get it by the end. And then Doc Scratch shows up, and you're like, ah, fuck, I didn't want to. You were the last person I wanted to see here.
Yeah, that bastard.
Fuck that cue ball man. Before you can ask, you reach the top of a ridge and get a new, wider view of the rest of this cavern. It's enormous, probably the size of a small city. All over the cave floor, you see more wigglers crawling everywhere. Cocoons line the cave walls and larger stalags. You know what? Cave columns with some young trolls crawling out.
Stalactites?
No, it's with a C.
Stalactites.
There you go. I can't say it.
There's stalagmites and stalactites, but I don't know. I don't live in a cave.
It's true. Walking, flying, and crawling among the wigglers and young trolls are a variety of white monsters of all kinds and shapes and sizes. In the center of the cavern, there is... You don't even know how to describe it. It looks like a huge many-legged queen bug of some kind, with a goat-shaped skull and horns coming out of her head. Her bulbous sphincter ripples as she lays a continuous stream of hundreds of eggs, from which you assume the gray wigglers will hatch. And marching through all this, you see several hulking bipedal creatures, each carrying 2 buckets, either to or away from the mother grub. I hate that word to this day.
Which one?
Buckets.
Oh.
Like, even if it's like...
It's almost like you're a Homestuck or something.
Almost. Like, it's not even like the... I didn't even get into Homestuck Legacy in the era when those jokes were super popular, but like I saw the last echoes, and so that's what my brain does every time. And I'm just
no.
Like, you didn't need to do that. Okay, there you go. They looked armed, and they moved like regimented troops, soldiers of some kind. You are instinctively terrified of them.
This is where the magic happens. And by that, I mean the continuation of our species. Jadebloods like myself are entrusted with the... Jadebloods like myself are entrusted with looking after this process, which of course is a very special job. 1. The Imperial drones carry filled pails of genetic material to the mother grub for her slurry.
Ew.
Gross. 2. She lays eggs that hatch new grub broods. 3. After the wigglers emerge from their cocoons, the new trolls will go through the trials, and the ones that make it will be selected by Elucis to help care for them. 4. The young trolls and their Luci go up to the surface together, where the troll will grow up, or get cold, or whatever.
Oh no, she looks nervous.
She does look very scared now.
It's because of the drone. Oh, that's right, because there's baby murder. I forgot to read ahead. Because there's baby murder that happens. As Bronya explains troll reproduction to you, one of the Imperial drones veers sharply to the left, and in the process, tramples over a few wigglers and young trolls. So not only baby murder, but also child murder. Also,
Welcome to Homestuck.
Always. I wonder what the trials even are, because I think that's the one thing that they've never expanded on, like what that means.
Yeah, I mean, there's like the trials and there's like the ordeals, and like all we know is that they're rites of passage, and you're probably going to die during them.
Yeah. Let's see, how did Claire make it out of the trials, but they probably just brute force their way. Speedrun.
Speedrun, any percent speedrun. And the percentage is your limbs.
That's true. The drone continues on, but several of the Luci cry out, crowding around their dead or injured charges. Oh no.
Aww.
I forgot about the vaguely vibrating cow. It just sits there and wiggles. One of them, a gigantic beast that resembles a bison, bellows and rears up on its hind legs, hitting one of the other Luci with its front hoof.
Oh geez, not again. This kind of damage control is a lot of what we have to deal with. Whenever a Lucis goes rogue out of grief or confusion, there's a potential for it to lash out at other Luci, the Wigglers, or the Mother Grub herself.
Because we're letting animals raise children.
Yeah. We Jadebloods cannot let that happen! It's dramatic.
I love...
Oh.
I love because you can... the mouse wheel, because you can go wee. Still the cow. It sits there and just... It's like someone's just sitting there and shaking it back and forth with the mouse. Which is probably how they animated that. Just...
Gently vibrates in the background.
She looks so concerned, a marked contrast to how confident she seemed before now. Well, that was before the stampede.
Yeah, that was before baby murder.
Pre-baby murder, things were okay, but now we are post-baby murder, so things are bad. You offered to help her out earlier, and it seems like now's your chance. Someone has to stop that rogue Lucis, and that someone could be... you? No.
Well, it could be, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the other one. So we're gonna fight the monster. Save the day! You've got this! We don't got
sure
this.
Don't.
The Bison Lucis seems to be causing quite a ruckus. Other Luci have now gotten riled up too, with some of them trying to gather Wigglers to keep them out of harm's way, and others just getting hyped to thrash. It seems like a good
rave.
Honestly. We should need some glow sticks. I have a Lucis rave. It seems like it could turn into a monster stampede, and they're close to the Mother Grub's big, soft, vulnerable abdomen. Not great.
Not great.
I also just had a completely unrelated thought of what the fuck do they do with the Sea Dwellers?
Huh.
Do they have a tunnel to the ocean?
Good luck, I guess. I feel like that's just, like, part of it. Like, maybe that's why there's not that many Sea Dwellers, is they just keep drying out.
Crawling their way to the ocean.
Yeah. That's their trial.
They get to skip all of the, I assume, horrifying other trials. Because it's just like, can you make it to the ocean? Although I guess Seahorse Dad could fly. Could he fly?
Could he? I feel like yes, but I don't know if that was like artistic choice or like he can literally fly.
I think he could. That seems like the kind of bullshit that would happen to a sea dweller.
Yeah.
All the other kids are like, hey, can we have flying Luci that can carry us? And the Violets are just like, no, fuck you. Maybe you shouldn't have been born poor.
Have you considered just having different blood?
I would not be surprised if that was a thing some people tried.
Just having, yeah, probably.
Blood dye.
That seems cullable.
Oh no, absolutely. But so is anime, so...
True. I mean, that's fair in real life.
Anime is cullable in real life.
I've been to an anime convention. I think drones could have fallen on that anime convention. It would have been like, it would have been understandable.
No, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've only really gone to one anime convention, but there are some people you're like, well, you know, if the drones were here, I would not jump in to save you.
Wow, we are primed for alternate.
It's perfect. Except, I guess I'm an Aquarius, so I would just be the world's worst sea dweller.
I'm a Libra, so I'm like, okay, I'm doing alright.
You get to practice
I have to be a lawyer.
So you can practice law and be gay. It's the only
I have ADHD. You think I could practice law?
You think Alternians care about actual law?
That's true. I can just make it up.
I'm pretty sure Terezi's the only one who's actually read all of the rule books. All the other teals are just winging it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Fighting a monster single-handed seems like a daunting first step in a friendship, but you did tell her you could be responsible. This is not the responsible choice. I hate to break it to you.
Dumb of ass.
Dumb of ass, pure of heart.
Broken of rib.
Broken of rib. broken of bones.
Yeah.
You square your shoulders and tell Bronya that she has nothing to worry about. You're going to stop that looseness and calm down the other Luci and protect the mother grub, all without breaking a sweat, and hopefully without breaking any more bones either.
Whoa there. I was going to suggest that I go after it while you stay here. You seem kind of weak and fragile. Even apart from your injuries, I mean. I don't want you to get hurt worse. And I'm not sure that I trust anyone other than myself to, like, take the lead on this.
Because I'm sure you can't.
She's so sweet.
She is. She deserves everything.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't quite the reaction you were hoping for. Normally you would be all about sitting back and letting her protect her because, well, protective and responsible is a good look on her. Gay.
That is pretty gay.
But desperate times call for desperate measures, and you don't know how else you're going to prove yourself worthy to be her friend. You do your best to project an air of confidence. Or at least competence? You assure her that this is no sweat for you. You take down raging bison back on your home planet all the time. You're known for it, actually.
You just lie to your friends. Just lie to your friends in this one.
Lying is okay.
This is a bad ending, though, so it's not.
It's true. Lying condemns you to death.
Yeah. Well, if you say that this isn't your first undulate roping gallop exhibition, I'll believe you. Undulate roping gallop exhibition. Oh boy.
You can just say rodeo. It's okay, Bronya. I'm sure there's a highblood out there somewhere who knows the word rodeo.
I hope so. I'll hang back to let you give it a shot. But if it gets too overwhelming in there, I'm right here. 1. Caring for the mother grub is my responsibility as a Jade Blood. 2. I'd never abandon a friend to deal with a mess on their own. If we end up being friends, that is.
The bison still goes.
He's still vibrating.
He's still going. He's not even causing trouble. He's just sitting there. Just, ooh. Oh,
That's what it's like to have ADHD.
It's true. It just lives in the back of the brain, and you're just like, can I focus on anything, please? And the bison just, ooh.
What is neurodivergency but a bison vibrating in the back of your mind at all times?
Scientists have been looking for the cause for years, and little did they know.
Exactly.
It's just a bison back there. Now we have a reason to hope. Woo, there she goes. Oh no, now it's closer.
Oh no.
It's gotten closer. I also love how they've obviously just slapped like 3 filters on top of this bison and we're like, it's good, yeah. We're done. You approach the rampaging bison with caution. Do all bison have horns like that? Maybe they do? You're no bison expert. You're pretty sure they don't all have teeth. That nasty. Bison on Earth mostly grass, don't they? This guy doesn't look like an herbivore. At first, you try to calm the Lucis down by talking to it, but your soothing words have no effect. In fact, you might have just made it even angrier by suggesting that it pause and take some deep breaths in reaction to its trampled charge. Yeah. Telling someone, calm down, it's not that bad, after their child was just murdered is a bad look.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Trying your best, but...
You don't succeed. We've seen... The end card is coming. You don't succeed.
Yeah.
You're, not even sure can understand human speech, come to think of it. You circle around it, wishing that you had some kind of lasso or something. Maybe you can herd it away from the mother grub? If only Skyla was here. To save the day.
I know.
With her jacket.
If only Skyla were in every route.
Just take Skyla and Tezius to every route. Just, it's fun. They're here now.
This is lesbian sim now.
Let's go, lesbians! Let's go! You can look around to see if any of these other Luci look vaguely like Earth Shepherd dogs. But no dice. It's because I have all of them on my desk. I have so many dice. You hesitate too long, and the Lucis turns away, its furious eyes falling on the mother grub. It stamps its hooves, snorts air out of its nostrils, and screams in a way that sounds a lot more hellish than you imagine normal bison are capable of. I hate laughing at the bad endings, but the sudden movement change.
It is really funny writing. It's like across most of the routes. It's just really funny.
It is. I mean, I guess it is supposed to be a humor game, so that makes sense. But I also do feel bad that this bison had its child murdered, but I can't take it seriously.
What's funnier than child murder?
You know, I don't think the Homestuck writers have a good answer.
Yeah.
It's obviously about to charge, and you can only think of one thing to do. Die. In desperation, you leap forward and tackle it football style, doing everything you can with your flimsy human body to drag it onto its side. Your ribs are still broken, dude.
Yeah, flimsy human broken body. Like, that's a bad idea.
This particular ending is a bad idea.
Yeah.
It half works. You plow into the Lucis and stop it in its track, but it topples over onto a nest of wigglers, taking you down with it. We have increased the baby murder count. Wigglers and young trolls go bouncing everywhere, squealing in distress, and their Lucite descend upon you in a rage. Everything is chaos for a while. You're trapped beneath the bison Lucis, which is very worrying for all your body parts, and you think you might feel something important rupturing inside you? But hey, on the bright side, this crushing mass is protecting you from all the other pissed off Lucite trying to attack you. Just as your whole breathing situation is starting to get dicey, you hear a commotion and what sounds possibly the trouncing of some of the smaller Lucite that were trying to get to you. The crowd of beasts around you scatters, and then you hear her.
Oof! I'm having a hard time getting this thing off of you. And he's still very angry. He keeps trying to kick me. Where's a bronze blood when you need one?
She also would let Skyla to be.
I also like the implication that Skyla could pick up a whole bison.
She could. I believe in her. She deals with Lucite all day.
That's true. Love her.
I love yes. You don't know what that means, but you're very grateful that she's here to help you. You try to communicate this, but it comes out garbled from all the blood in your mouth. Bronya realizes you're a mutant ASMR.
Yeah. That just makes her more likely to protect, I think.
That's true. Yeah, because fuck the mutant baby. It's Bronya time. Alec, did you die again?
Hello.
Hello.
My Wi-Fi did just die entirely.
Oh no!
That's fine. I didn't expect that. Okay. Maybe don't try to speak, or move, or help.
You experience a sinking feeling that could be related to your diminishing odds of impressing Bronya and becoming her friend. Or it could be the compression of all your internal organs. Either way, it's tough to feel optimistic right now. I'm either gonna die or I'm gonna die. But before you can give in to complete despair, you hear other voices. Your view is blocked by the massive bison flesh on top of you. But could it be? Are these other people here to save you?
Finally! I was wondering where you all had gotten off to.
They were being rebellious.
As Jadebloods do. Let's all work together, girls! Lake's just not pulling his weight in this one.
I don't think he's ever home.
He's out doing dangerous activities.
As per usual.
Yeah. 1. You two grab its horns to keep the head still and keep it from biting anyone. too! The rest of you! Come around with me to its backside so we can push it without getting kicked.
You hear some grunting and muttering, and the bison starts making noises that sound more confused and less furious. The pressure and pain on your chest briefly spike in intensity as the thing weight shifts, and then they must succeed in dragging it off of you because suddenly you can breathe again. Whee!
That's always nice when you can breathe again, however.
But the crisis is not yet over. While you're still testing the use of your lungs and blinking up at the cavern ceiling, you hear a new cacophony of enraged monster noises. Now the cave is just gently vibrating. There it goes.
Uh-oh. The other Luci are still agitated. Get down there and try to calm them down. Protect the mother grub!
Yeah, so that the troll species doesn't die here. You try to lift yourself to see what's going on, but putting any weight on your arms make you feel like maybe all your bones got turned to confetti? Painful confetti. You feel strong hands propping you up gently, and now your head is in Bronya's lap. You try to focus more on how this is a nice place for your head to be, and less on the pain.
This is not good. I don't know if my jades can reach the stampede in time, and the mother grub could get injured. Not to mention all the wigglers in danger. Oh no.
Oh no. You didn't think the situation could
no.
get any worse. Now you see that several of the Imperial drones that had been about to leave the cavern are turning back, drawn by all of the noise and chaos. They're like, hey, are we committing murder?
Oh, it's murder time?
Maybe this could be a good thing? Maybe they can instill some order?
Fuck! They're going to kill everyone!
The answer is no, reader. They are literally just here to murder. She scrambles to her...
This is a fuck word.
The fuck word. How about all of the Homestuck characters know the fuck word, except for Kariko, because he only knows one word.
He knows one word and it's honk, and that's all he needs.
No, that's all you need when you're a clown and small.
When you're a baby clown.
Honk. It's like the one vine that's like, forget school, it's not important if you want to be a dog, woof. Except if you want to be a clown, honk.
Yeah.
She scrambles to her feet, in the process letting your head whack down on the cave floor. Your vision,
as you deserve at this point.
You did instill a lot of baby murder. Your vision swims. Yeah. You can still make out the drones firing indiscriminately at the Luci, at the grubs and wigglers, and at the jade bloods.
Whoops.
More murder. I think this ending might have the highest death count, actually.
Yeah.
Because there are...
Like 30 babies, a bunch of jade bloods, animals.
Just you. One laser beam skims the side of the mother grub's massive midsection, and her scream is so loud that the ceiling shakes and a few stalactites shake loose, falling on the drones and Luci and wigglers alike. It's a total catastrophe. A whole rainbow's worth of troll, wiggler, and Luci's blood is splattering the cavern walls. Ew. Bronya seems paralyzed by the chaos, looking from her jades to the mother grub to the impaired wigglers like she's not sure who to help first.
I can't believe it. This is the worst disaster we've ever had down here.
Way to go, idiot.
You did it. And all because I thought I could sit back and let someone else be responsible for once. If I were a less secure person, I could let this moment plant a seed of self-doubt in my mind about my ability to take care of others and do my job well. Or I could chalk it up to being... or I could chalk it up to you being really fucking stupid.
She said the fuck word again.
She says it 2 times. And she's so mad.
She's gonna beat you up. She's about to do it to you.
1, I am going to beat you to death.
You shrink under the weight of her glare. She's green in the face from how angry she is. You swallow and manage to spit out enough blood to ask a question that you already know is hopeless. Does this mean you can't be friends?
Are you serious right now? I do not make friends with anyone who recklessly endangers the trolls and wigglers under my care.
You killed them all!
You killed them all! Oh god, she's going to kill you.
I have my phone on me, shit. I still occasionally, I love taking pictures of the end cards just because, like, they're so small. Look at them go.
They're so good.
And now...
There's, like, one Tizius end card where it's like, she's looking at the reader like, what is your deal? It's just one of my favorites of the whole game.
That's a good one. We're not gonna fight the monster again. We're gonna be a weenie.
We're back to vibrating bison, though, and I'm happy for that.
We have returned to the safety of gently vibrating bison. I have to make that. No, I want to make that my Discord status, but it's oh wow sports. I don't want to change it. Watch the Owl House.
This has not been working for me. I'm so sad.
Oh no. Don't say it. I know this is a Homestuck video, but go watch the Owl House. Also.
Go watch cartoons.
Cartoons are good. Sometimes.
Don't read Homestuck. Don't read Homestuck. Go watch the Owl House. Don't read Homestuck.
Definitely do not like the idea of wading into a monster fight. Not even to save the progenitor of your new French species. In fact, you don't like that Bronya is so focused on protecting all these helpless toddlers and distressed animals instead of taking care of you. Selfishness is the answer. You stammer out that you don't...
Sometimes you are just baby.
It's true. MS Pre-Reader is also baby.
Mm-hmm.
Keep seeing the bison. Just... You stammer out that you don't think you could take on any kind of monster right now. In fact, you just felt another stab of pain at your ribs. You might be blacking out. It's so dramatic. They're swooning. They need a swooning
the drama.
couch. Bronya's concerned face turns in your direction as you start to swoon. I was right. She catches you before you hit the ground and your heart flutters. That's gay.
Yes?
MSPA reader, that's gay. You look up at her serious face and she looks like such a mom, but also such a friend. Like some sort of combination of these two concepts. Wow.
What could that be?
Who would guess?
Yikes. You don't look so good. I can't leave you alone. Not when you're in such a bad shape. Huh. Maybe I could carry you on my back while I try to stop the rampaging Lucis?
A little backpack.
Backpack for your
Applesauce.
protagonist.
I think the MSP reader could reasonably be compared to applesauce.
That's true. As powerful as applesauce, exactly.
Soft, kind of easy to push around, vaguely bland, but everyone still likes it
Edible?
anyways. Edible! You could probably eat the MS. They look like they're made of marshmallows.
That's true.
Oh no.
On Alternia, I'm pretty sure they could do some cannibalism. Well, would it be cannibalism?
Not if
Let's discuss.
Not if they ate the reader. I would not be surprised if Alternians did commit cannibalism, but I don't think they're eating the reader counts.
Yeah, there is Grubloaf, and that's scary implications.
Yeah. Your heart flutters.
Anyway.
Yeah, your heart flutters turn to pinpricks of alarm. That sounds dangerous. Mainly for you. Like that thought path. You try to think of what you could say to dissuade her. Something other than, I think you should ignore the helpless babies and mother in danger behind you in favor of continuing to hold me in your strong arms. This volume.
Bro.
Because they do this in Skyla's route too, where they'll just stop and be like, wow, Skyla's really pretty. Just like, you know.
They just want to be held.
You know what? Who does it these days? But before you can speak, you hear commotion behind her. She turns to look over her shoulder, and her face sags with relief.
Yes! The other Jades are here! They should know what to do. We've taken care of crises like this before. Of course, I'm usually there to help.
It disappeared. It left us. If you crane
Goodbye.
Goodbye. If you crane your neck, you could just glimpse a crowd of trolls corralling the rogue Lucis away from the mother grub, while other trolls calm the remaining Luci and swoop up any wigglers in harm's way. They need to pick a side with that.
Yeah. It looks like I needn't have worried. They're more than capable of stepping in while I'm otherwise occupied. I'm so proud.
Can Bronya be proud of me? Can that be? Please. You take this opportunity to compliment her on what a good leader she must be to have trained the others so well. Super smooth. She beams at you and sets you down carefully on the cavern floor, kneeling at your side. Your ribs are still broken, but it's fine.
It's totally fine. This could have gone quite badly. I'm glad I didn't make the wrong choice when I stayed to help you instead of rushing off.
A little bit meta, that's okay.
It just goes to show, sometimes the best thing you can do sometimes the best thing you can do for the group is take care of the weakest person in it.
Kind of want to object to being called the weakest person, but you did just fake a fainting spell for attention, so maybe now isn't the best time. Instead, you thank her sincerely for sticking by your side. It's like, man, fucking, I wish I had like video editing skills, because there's a scene in one of the more recent contents where Tomska's reading off the results of a BuzzFeed quiz, and he's like, I'm not vegetarian pizza, and then he keeps reading, he's like, oh no, I am vegetarian pizza.
Oh no.
That's how I feel the reader is right now. They're just like, I'm not the well, okay, never mind, I am. Oh no, I am.
Also, I do like how, like, I like how non-Alternian that, like, we should protect the weakest link. I like how Bronya's good. Very rebellious.
Bronya joins this Silence's rebellion win.
Yes.
The trolls can have a little rebellion.
How many fanfics exist?
Not enough. I say that as if
honestly.
I say this if I go into the Homestuck AO3 tag, like, ever.
I'm afraid to. I have, and I'm afraid to.
Yeah,
I know enough to be afraid.
Sometimes, I think I've looked at it like a couple times, and like, you can scrounge up some good things, but then also sometimes there are bad things. This is a
and the bad things are so very, very bad.
Oh, they are. They're so bad. You're just like, I thought we left this in 2012, but they didn't. They forgot to leave it in 2012.
Yeah.
Oof. Much better thing is Bronya.
Anyway.
The two of you watch together as order is gradually restored to the chaos below, and even with your injuries, you feel close to content and quite hopeful about how this relationship is progressing. You notice that at your side, several wigglers are blindly squirming around, confused and crying.
Aww.
Me too. There are some young trolls here, too, looking around all lost and bereft. Imagine Tiny Claire just over on this rock. They're there now. I'm astral projecting them into this image. You're not sure if their Luci ran off.
I'll just draw them in later.
Fuck yeah. You're not sure if their Luci ran off with the others that got involved in the fracas, or if these little guys are orphans now. Now that you're seeing them out in the natural cavern light, the wigglers look less like maggots to you. In fact, they're even kind of cute. You can see why Bronya would want to take care of them. One of the smallest wigglers...
They've been cute the whole time, coward.
They have been. They've... Newsflash, asshole! They've been cute the entire goddamn time!
Exactly. Exactly.
I'll have to make that photo on the end of the video. One of the smallest wigglers closest to you has somehow flipped himself over onto his back and seems unable to right himself, his little legs waving in the air while he cries. Oh no!
Baby.
It's Carcat. Trying to be careful with your ribs, you reach out to scoop him and cradle him to your chest, rocking him back and forth until his cries quiet down.
Oh, baby. Wow. You have a very strong nurturing instinct. I think he likes you. You almost look like you could be his Lucis. Or a Jade Blood.
You are pleased that she approves of your caretaking display. Just pick up. She just radiates maternal instincts.
I know.
She's
contagious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess yeah. Now I'm thinking about Wan Shi. I love Wan Shi.
Oh, baby. I love Wan Shi.
To pick her up and take her
Deserves only good things.
It's true. To take her to a convention where she won't die. That's what she deserves.
Yeah.
The Wiggler's cough breaks through your haze with smug satisfaction, and when you look down, you realize he seems to be having some trouble breathing. You point this out to Bronya. Damn, he's got troll asthma.
Oh no. Good observation. You really are natural at taking care of other creatures, aren't you? Some people find that nurturing ability to be very attractive in a potential friend.
The buzzword.
Friend? But as for this Wiggler, this is definitely not a good sign. I'm surprised none of these drones have noticed he's sick.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. If we leave him here, he'll be cold for sure.
Time to commit, not crimes.
Woo!
Bronya takes the Wiggler from you, and you're more than happy to hand him over, considering that you have no idea what to do with a sick baby that's not your species. Probably just has troll asthma. It's fine. Also,
I feel like that wouldn't be fine. I feel like on Alternia, that's just you don't have asthma, you just die.
It's true.
It doesn't exist because you're just dead now.
It's implying that Solix doesn't have troll asthma.
You've typecast him as a nerd.
He also just seems like that kind of... I've known some people who weren't nerds that have asthma. But he just seems like that kind of typecast. Because he's Solix.
It's true.
He's just Solix. Also, your broken ribs make holding a baby kind of painful, and Bronya holds the Wiggler carefully, but with perfect ease. Just like you hope she'll create your new friendship in its infancy. There, I saw the baby again. Once Bronya feels assured that her Jades have the situation at the Brooding Caverns under control, you both take the Wiggler back to the Jade Blood Nursery. You hover around uselessly, while Bronya sets up some kind of crib filled with green slime. She has to have those custom made, right?
I mean, probably.
Just because I guess for little trolls, like younger ones that have survived the trials, I guess they might have like kid-sized beds.
Yeah, I wish there was more information on the Brooding Caverns. Like, I mean, not to be a nerd, but I do want to know everything about it, so... Give more lore.
The Homestuck team keeps giving us lore on the parts that we don't want. We're like, no, tell us more about the Brooding Caverns. What's up with that?
Exactly.
Show us the babies, cowards. You're a little concerned when she takes the Wiggler and submerges him under the slime because, like, he was already having trouble breathing. Surely drowning in slime won't help.
This soaper should help strengthen his bellow sacs and soothe...
Sorry, I touched the mouse.
It's okay. This soaper should help strengthen his bellow sacs and soothe his sorrow shoot. Sorrow shoot. Oh.
I don't think anyone has, like, called it anything else. So I guess it's just what it's called now.
I hate it. When he gets healthy again, I'll take him back to the cavern and set him free to make his cocoon and pupate. But he's so small, it's unlikely he'll survive the trials, or be selected by a Lucis.
Oh, he'll be fine, if you just believe in him. You just have to
I believe in him so much.
Is it tempting to make this very small troll into an OC? Maybe so. You hate to see Bronya looking sad. You try to be sympathetic, mentioning your astute observation that this whole system, set up with the Wigglers and the trials and the culling, seems pretty brutal.
Wow, who could have guessed?
Whoa.
What? Oh, no, I would never suggest. This is just the way the world works. And it's fine. It's fine! The trials are how young trolls prove that they're strong enough to survive. It's only right for the weak to get culled. It is the purpose of the Jade Bloods to ensure the continuation of our species, and consequently, the hemospectrum. 1. We are not revolutionaries. 2. We're meant to do our jobs and keep our heads down and keep things running smoothly. 3. I would never presume to question the basic tenets of alternative society. That would bring negative attention to from the Highbloods, and I just want to keep my Jade safe. Fuck the Highbloods.
I was about to say fuck the Highbloods.
Yeah.
This is a fuck the Highbloods channel. I think it's actually in my description. I'm like, if you like the Highbloods, be prepared for me to dunk on them all the time.
It's okay, you're allowed, you're an Aquarius.
It's true. I said, I may be an Aquarius, but so far, the trolls I have most related to is the world's dumbest bronze blood mutant. You look around at the nursery, and all these injured or underdeveloped wigglers that Bronya was apparently supposed to let die. You think it might not be true that she doesn't question the way her world works. She's looking at you like she's scared you'll call her on it and expose her altruistic tendencies. I do like that they threw in the rebellion stuff almost from the beginning. Because it just, you're like, oh, so Alternia did have hope for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
And then Homestuck
happened. But we did get to have Theseus, and she's just like, hey, what if things didn't suck? Wouldn't that be nice?
It would.
We try to salvage this conversation thread. Did you say that calling Wiggler sounded brutal? You meant neutral. Yes, you feel 100% neutral on this topic, neither committed to the culling side of things, nor eager to take up arms in revolution.
Ah, yes. Neutral is how I feel about it as well. What a good word to describe exactly how I feel about all the controversial political subjects.
Including anything having to do with maybe racism is bad.
Did I mention that this nursery isn't technically illegal? Because it isn't. Technically. There is no reason for any of Triz's drones to come investigating our hive. If any drones do come knocking, we have nothing to hide. No borderline revolutionary ideas will be tolerated within these walls.
Her phrasing is just really funny. It's like, nope, no rebellion here. This isn't illegal.
Doing her best.
She is doing her best. It's funny, like, Bronya's worried so much about this nursery to meet the other Jade Bloods, and they're all just, like, having their own issues. They're just... Darius, like, man, this sucks.
Yeah.
Lanier and Link both out here having cat fights and relationship problems. Gross. Bronya laughs nervously and looks around the room like she's making sure that any Imperial drones hiding in here heard her announcement. You feel bad for how nervous she is. You didn't mean to freak her out. Don't worry, we'll get to the rebellion later. You tell her that she sounds super convincing, and why shouldn't she? Because she's clearly telling the truth. If you were an Imperial drone, you would definitely be satisfied right now with her clearly law-abiding and neutral ways.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Not getting cold today, motherfucker. You cast about for something to change the subject and mention that your ribs are feeling a bit better. Bronya's face brightens, and she lifts up your arm gently so she can touch the injured part of your torso, examining it in her typically responsible and authoritative way. How do you examine a wound authoritatively? The question for the ages. You shiver and wonder if her touch has healing properties. That's kinda gay.
Discord.
Oh, I heard you that time.
Okay, yeah, Discord is Bronyaphobic. I think.
We've also been recording for like an hour and 15 minutes, which I think was about the upper limit we hit last time. We're almost at the end though, so your Discord can recover.
We can stick this out. I'm glad to hear that. After all, I don't like when my friends suffer.
Your heart leaps. You look up.
She said the F word.
She said the F word. This time it wasn't the fuck word. You look up, scarcely allowing yourself to hope. Could it be? Or was she just making a general statement?
If you're not in any more pain, hopefully that means your injuries will heal soon. I'll take care of you until then, my friend.
She was like, she looked at the reader's face, she's like, oh no, they're a fucking dumbass. She's like, I gotta specify.
You are my friend. I'm saying it very slow and clearly so you understand.
Bronya took one look at the reader and was like, ah, fuck, this is just a giant baby. You are overcome. Your eyes fill with tears. Bronya smiles at you and squeezes your hand. Victory!
Self-care comes first.
Self-care is here. She's got good... Look at her cute little sock. I love her outfit. It's so cute.
She's so cute. I know. When the troll call was going on, I remember like seeing her. I was like, oh, I want to cosplay her so bad. Like, it was like immediate. I was like, oh, I need to cosplay this one. It's just, I like suspender skirts anyway, so it's like, oh, outfit.
Honestly, you could, as long as the shirt didn't have the symbol on it, you could wear that out in public.
Exactly.
And then it creates that situation. Whoops.
If someone knows.
I'll say, yeah. It creates that situation where if someone calls you on it, you're like, well, you recognize me, so who's the real loser here? Also,
it's like wearing anything with like a zodiac sign on it. If someone wears a zodiac sign, they're either like into the zodiac or like, you know.
I found the secret it's the colors. I think it comes down to the colors. Because if they use the colors, you're like, oh, I know you. You're garbage. And then other times you get the situation where my coworkers were talking about the zodiac, and I was like, oh yeah, I can list off the entire zodiac in order. And they were like, oh wow, you must like astrology. And I was like, well, no, not really. And then I think
unfortunately, if only.
And then I think I just like left the conversation after that because they started talking about astrology and I didn't know what was going on. Also, look at all these babies. I love them.
There's so many babies in this one. I had a coworker talk about like how she was like trying to get pregnant or have a kid or something like that. And I'm not close with this coworker. I wasn't close with her. I didn't know her very well, but I did like automatically on autopilot say, "Are you sure though? Because you're gonna have a Scorpio." And like, I like my brain was like Vriska, but then it was already out of my mouth. I was like, "Oh, that's not a normal human person thing to say, is it?"
Ironically, that's the one crossover that you can get away with, because I think Scorpios do have like a bad reputation. Even if in your head you're like, "That's Vriska." That's illegal.
Do you really want a Vriska?
Morally. I was gonna say morally ambiguous, but
Stan
that's...
Vriska.
Stan Vriska, because she only did some things wrong.
Vriska did a few things wrong, however.
I am gay. But yeah. Woo. We got all of those good endings. I have an alarm I need to go turn off. I think, Tagora is next, right?
Uh-huh. I think.
Mr. Lawyer Boy. I
like him. I stan him.
Even though he's kind of a bitch. It's fine. That's just how teals are.
He's just a twink.
It's true. He is one of the twinks. So yeah.
He's just a little ferret.
He is a ferret. That's why his Lucis took one look at him and was like, that's a fucking ferret boy if I've ever seen one.
I love him so much.
Yeah. I don't actually know how to do endings. So, goodbye, YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.